welcome to my salon.
Hi guys, welcome to our new video on how to use TikTok to grow your business. Today I've visited and interviewed one of our ex-students, Louisa, in Bromley, who studied our level 2 and 3 nail technician course here at Ray Cochrane Beauty School. Louisa has successfully opened her own nail salon located in Biggin Hill, Bromley. She has gained 317k followers on TikTok, and in this video she'll explain how she uses social media to grow her business. If you're located around Biggin Hill, please make sure to check out her salon, and I'm sure Louisa will provide you with her amazing nail services.
Hi, my name's Louisa. I'm a nail technician and I studied the level 2 and 3 nail technician course at Ray Cochrane. I knew I definitely wanted to do a VTCT course as that's one of the most recognised qualifications for a nail technician. And when looking at courses, Ray Cochrane just had the best reputation and so many good reviews, so I knew that was the course for me. I studied the level 2 and 3 nail technician course, VTCT. I graduated in 2020. I found the course incredibly helpful. I felt that the educators had so much knowledge and I learned so much both in theory work and practical work, and the course was just a great foundation for any further training. I've always been into artwork ever since a young age, and when I started getting my nails done, it was just a thing to have a plain colour, and I started seeing these really nice designs on Instagram, like loads of artwork, and I knew that I wanted that, and I also loved doing art, so I thought, yeah, that's definitely something I could do. So I had left sixth form and I was doing a bit of part-time work. I was doing some voluntary work as well at the British Art Foundation, but I did have quite a lot of spare time to find new hobbies, and that was where I found doing nails and I fell in love with it. So I started it by investing in a lot of high quality products that I've done a lot of research on, knew I wanted to use. I also knew that I wanted to work from home, and I was fortunate enough to have the space to do so. So I completely did this room up that we're in at the moment with all the necessary furniture, and yeah. So I was fortunate enough to graduate just as we were heading into the second or third lockdown, which gave me the chance to get all the practice I needed in after doing the course, put in all of my skills to test, because I think this is something that you can never get enough practice in. It's always going to pay off to put the work in, and it just gave me a time, yeah, to set this room up exactly how I wanted it and just become fully prepared to take clients when everything opened again. I think definitely getting clients through the door, it is hard to go from 0 to 100. It's going to take time to get people in, and you may go even a year feeling like you're not making enough money because you're not getting enough people through. But I think the most important thing is to just stick with it, because clients do come with time. Definitely being able to do something that I'm really passionate about and make a living from it. I have built this from the ground and it's something that I'm really proud of today. I think that you need to have perseverance and passion. It's not going to be smooth sailing, you're going to hit so many bumps along the road, and that's completely normal. But in order to be a successful business, it's how you deal with those bumps, and just know that you can overcome them, but in order to do that you need to be passionate about what you're doing. I would say definitely social media. As a home salon, I don't have the luxury of being on a high street and having people walk past and know that I'm here. People wouldn't know if it wasn't for my posts on social media, so definitely very crucial. I advertise on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and I also use Google, so I have a profile on Google. When people search nails in Biggin Hill, I come up, and that also has reviews on it, so it lets people know what I'm like before they come. I would definitely say growing a large following on TikTok, and I've also now gained a really solid clientele who I have a fantastic relationship with, and that definitely feels like my biggest achievement. I use TikTok, Facebook and Instagram. I think with TikTok, the most important thing to understand is the algorithm and how it works. And what I've discovered is it depends a lot on watch time, people like stopping, scrolling, pausing on your video, sending it to their friends, liking the video. So you need to create content that's going to be able to tick all those boxes. And my most viral video had 16 million views. And it was during the lockdown, after I'd qualified, I was using a practice hand to do nails on, and people thought that it was a real hand, and everyone was like, oh my god, like that's so creepy, it looks like a real hand. And they were sending it to their friends, and it got 2 million likes, 16 million views. And although that wasn't necessarily promoting my business, it then drove traffic to my page, to my Instagram, where people then could find my business. And I definitely got quite a lot of clients off the back of that video. I gained about 100,000 followers in the space of a week, and then the week after that I then hit 200,000, and then I had more viral videos after that, and then I grew to 300,000. I think it's definitely important to use hashtags in your video. I use TikTok now instead of Google to search for things. So if I'm looking for like a day out, somewhere to eat, somewhere to get a beauty treatment done, I will search it on TikTok because you get a video then of somebody else's experience. And in my eyes, that's better than a review because you can actually see it for yourself. So when somebody searches on TikTok, nails in Biggin Hill or nails in Bromley, because I've hashtagged that, that comes up, and a lot of people have come just based on searching me through TikTok. To begin with, it definitely did. I would have no clients to begin with if it wasn't for TikTok. But something to be mindful of is when you're posting videos, they go out on a global scale. So even if your video only gets 5 likes, it could be 1 like in South Africa, 1 like in America, 1 like in Australia. If you're looking for a more regional based clientele in your town, which is what you need to get physical clients, then I would say Facebook community groups are like a gold mine. But what was good about having so many followers on TikTok and going to multiple places in the world was during lockdown, after leaving Ray Cochrane, I was able to start a press-on nail business where I could ship my nails anywhere in the world. And that was great for me in lockdown. It allowed me to make an income, and it wasn't just home-based, I could go anywhere. Yes, I have made money in the past through TikTok. There is a thing called the Creator Fund. If you have 10,000 followers and have had 100,000 views in the last 30 days, you're eligible to join it. And you basically get paid for any video that goes viral. There's a certain amount of money you get per view. I'm not sure what exactly it is. And you can also make money through brands. So brands will reach out to you wanting you to work with their products, and you get a paid partnership deal on TikTok to promote their products. I would definitely say the best way for you to work on your social media is to be consistent with it. You need to be posting once a day, make your online presence very known. And you don't have to have a viral video, just posting every day, being consistent is still going to get your name out there. I use Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Google as well is really good because you can do paid promotions on all of these apps in order to get your videos out, and you can select groups, so women aged between this age and that age in my town, and it will boost your post video out to those people. I used to use iMovie to edit my videos, but this year TikTok has had a big update in its edit system, which is similar to iMovies. So now I edit inside the TikTok app, but before I was using iMovie. No, I don't think it matters. I used to think so beforehand, like just putting videos from my camera roll out, that it would, you know, jeopardise getting good views. But I don't think it matters actually. I've had videos that have got millions of views just through being on my camera roll and, you know, editing on iMovie. So it doesn't really matter what you edit on. 100%, yeah. If you're using a sound that's nobody's heard of, it's not going to show up on people's pages. Sounds work based on what sounds you like. So if I like a certain song, I'll then get videos come up with that song. So trending sounds get lots of likes. I do go with the flow, however I do think that content calendars are great and definitely something that I am planning to follow in the future. So when I was gaining a lot of followers, I was posting anywhere between 1 and 3 a day, so that's 7 to 21 a week, which does sound like a big daunting number. So I would say focus on 1 a day to begin with. No, I've not decided to go down that route yet. I've not seen it necessary for my business at the moment. So it definitely does differ between apps. TikTok is quite a young age group. It's sort of between 16 and 20. And Instagram is between like 16 and 60, like quite a vast age range. And that's pretty similar for my clients as well. I have clients all across the board between the ages of 16 and 60. Yeah, my clients are all around Biggin Hill and the immediate surrounding areas, so Bromley, because it's so easy to get here. I think people like local businesses. Yes, so TikTok drove in people who lived in Greenwich. I've also had people who have come from Victoria, and tomorrow actually I've got a client coming all the way from Romford who comes to me quite a bit. I would say yes, I would like to maybe take on an apprentice one day, potentially open a salon up. I've also been really drawn to like opening an online store, like selling nail supply products. I think I'd like to do that one day. So for gels and builder in a bottle, I like to use the gel bottle. They are vegan, cruelty free, and they've got such an amazing colour range. And for acrylics, I like to use glitter bells. So especially this year, a lot of people have converted to builder in a bottle, which I use with the gel bottle. And it's great on natural nails, so a lot of people like growing their natural nails out. And I've got some amazing transformations where clients have got such long nails through growing them out with builder in a bottle, and people think they've got acrylics on. I would say that acrylic now, especially this year, definitely isn't as popular as builder in a bottle. I sort of get it with people upon occasions, but most of my regular clients are builder in a bottle. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to see more of my work, you can follow my Instagram, which is here, and my TikTok, which is here.